So, Perfect Turd podcast number 15.
15.
Yeah. So, Navy SEALs versus demons, which I feel once again I'm responsible for this because I chose this film. Because listen to the title, Navy SEALs versus demons.
Does sound awesome.
It sounds awesome. And the cover was kind of cool. It looked to be like one of these really goofy but entertaining movies, B-movies. But no, it was not.
No.
I mean, I guess I can give you some information about it.
It's pretty recent, 2017.
2017.
As far as who's in it and who directed it, it's
Are we going to just skip that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah. Well, it starts off with a man kind of crying or laughing at night on the street with a flare.
You don't know why. It starts off that way, which is okay.
Ominous.
Ominous. You're like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Then the military comes to visit him to recruit him for a very special mission.
Oh, but before that, there were these people running from something. We don't know what that is.
True.
And then the sheriffs are like, well, what are they doing? And then they catch up to him, and then their intestines are ripping out.
So he gets recruited for a special mission.
Yeah.
And it's, he's like, all right, what is it? You gotta go down to this town because there's demons.
Because he's in a drunk tank, basically.
Yeah. He's sleeping one off.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta go down to this town. We're having a demon problem.
Yeah.
And we need some mercenaries to go down there.
That's a big problem with this movie because it's kind of like everybody's explained what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets like that full story and they're just like, demons? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's not weird or anything.
Yeah.
But
except for the one guy, so he goes to recruit his buddy.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, at first he's like, I don't believe in demons. And he's like, what demons are in the Bible? And then he's just kind of like, well, I guess I do believe in them or some shit. I don't even know.
That's basically the dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue is horrible.
Yeah.
Then I'll be a motherfucking Ghostbuster.
Horrible. And then they get in a car to go recruit another guy. And there's like horrible car dialogue like, could you pick a smaller car? My leg is barely fit. And it's just horrible dialogue.
Tone is a problem in this movie.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be like it's going to be kind of funny thing.
Yeah.
No.
And every time they tried to be funny, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
It was just stupid.
Yeah.
Then they recruit another guy, so they have 3 ex-Navy SEALs, essentially.
Yes.
They head down to this little town.
They are like undercover as bikers.
Yeah. Good cover, by the way. They go to this town, which is like riddled with bike gangs.
Yes.
So they decide to go undercover as bikers.
Yeah.
And they end up in like a strip bar.
Is it?
Or a bar of some kind.
Or a bar that just happened to have strippers in it.
Yeah, dancing on the actual bar itself. Not
Yes.
like on a stripper pole or anything like this. And the main waitress starts talking to this dude.
The head guy, his name is Warren.
Yeah, starts talking to him about random bullshit. And then she's like, you gotta stick around for the main show.
Yeah.
And then she comes out and proceeds the most awkward strip scene in the history of film.
And it's not just her fault.
No.
It's the editing, too.
Editing and the way he's reacting to her.
Yeah.
Even their conversation that they had. Like, the way he reacted was so weird. Like, he's never talked to a woman in his life.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have the backstory of something happened to his family.
That's why he's so down and out.
Yeah.
Something happened to his wife and kid.
Ugh.
Blah, blah, blah. We've never seen that before. I was thinking, the way they set it up, like the strip scene from Dusk Till Dawn.
I was thinking of that movie when I was watching this one.
They try to capture some of the Dusk Till Dawn feel, but they did a horrible job. And I thought she was going to start stripping and turn into a demon. But no, it's just, when it's finished, it's funny because she takes her top off, she strips, and then it cuts to a scene where she's finished stripping, and she's just sitting there smoking a cigarette. And she's like, did you like it?
And what does he say? He was like, eh.
He was kind of like, eh.
She got mad about it. She's like, oh, well, fuck you too then.
She asked him if he was gay or something. It was like everything about the dialogue in this movie was horrible.
Yeah. And usually bartenders don't strip.
Yeah, like who's running the bar while you're stripping?
Dear God. And then don't some guys come up to fight him because it's the bar scene?
Yeah, well, a guy comes up and goes, "Give me a free one, baby."
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, that ends up, he steps in and ends up being a bar fight, which you
Yeah.
have to have a bar fight, of course.
Yes.
They end up in a church,
Yeah, they go to a church for some reason.
and then, well, they rescue the little girl.
Yes.
They rescue a little girl that's, these bad guys are trying to get her. They rescue her, and they end up in a church.
Yeah.
And then the priest goes ahead and explains the whole plot of this piece of shit.
Yes.
That there's demons, and they need virgin blood. That's why they're after the little girl.
Yeah.
Years ago, when the demons fell.
When, what is it, Michael?
Yeah, when he was cast out of heaven.
Lucifer. Yeah.
His seed ended up on that land.
Yes.
But the demons can't go into the church unless they cleanse themselves. That's why they need the virgin blood.
That's what's needed to get them inside this church. Yes.
So, in other words, a super shitty plot.
Yes. Yes.
Precisely, my son.
So then, essentially, the Navy SEAL guys end up banding together with some gang members in town.
Yeah.
To fight the demons.
They actually start acting like Navy SEALs, too, because that's when they get their garb and everything like that. The one time in the movie. Yeah.
But the demons get a hold of some blood. They end up in the church, right?
Some way.
Some way.
We don't know how.
And did I miss something, or did the priest, was he in on it? Did he turn into a demon?
He says something to the effect of, like, these are the angels.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
They were just trying to break in. So that was, I guess, the twist.
Yeah, that was the plot twist.
Yeah.
And they end up killing all the demons.
Yeah.
With crucifixes to the heart.
Yes.
The whole time while this movie was going on, I guess the military was monitoring all this activity.
Yeah.
With like drones and stuff.
Yeah.
And to the effect of, like, if these guys can't get the job done, we're just gonna nuke the whole town.
Or here's another thing. They drop in other Navy SEALs.
Yeah, for no reason. Because then they're just like, they do something and then they're like, well, we got another mission to go to, and they leave.
Yeah, and they ask them, like, what's your other mission? Or that's class, some crazy stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then they're gone. So they already had Navy SEALs to do it, but I guess to keep it a black bag operation,
Yeah.
they found these older Navy SEAls, even though I don't think it would have been that big of a deal to use current Navy SEAls to deal with this situation.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know, all this trouble with Navy SEALs and nuclear, we're going to nuke this town if you can't get the job done. And in the end, the stripper, the gang members, and three Navy SEAls killed them off with stabbing them in the heart with crucifixes.
Well, Whiskey dies.
Whiskey dies.
Who we have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No backstory much on any of these characters. No
Nothing.
development.
Yeah, nothing at all. It's just meh.
And then they damn near steal a scene straight out of Con Air. Because the jet plane's coming to nuke the place.
Oh, no, that wasn't from, that was from The Rock.
The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock.
Yeah.
And what was his name? Warren?
Yeah.
He has to run out with the flares
Yeah.
to tell them not to nuke the place.
Yeah.
And then they don't. And that's where he's lying on the ground laughing.
Yeah.
And then it starts off as like a cry and then turns into a laugh.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yeah. Oh, well, it turns out the little girl is possessed, even though we don't know how she's possessed or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... So, Joe, what did you think of this film?
Well, let's talk about real quick. The demons had makeup effects that looked like latex just splattered on a person's face.
Yeah. Going back to the demons, we don't know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
I think it's a woman.
Yeah, it had like a woman's voice overlaid with a demon-sounding voice.
Yeah.
Everything about it was bad.
Like, we don't know who these people... Like, there's no... Like you said, no backstory. I swear, I thought it was just masks.
Whatever it was not good.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what the budget of this film was, but it couldn't have been much.
No. I mean, and I think another problem with this film is like when you think of like Navy SEAL, like they're like known as like some of the best soldiers in the world, very covert, special forces type of stuff. They really don't do anything that's like Navy SEAL-esque.
No.
Not too much stuff. Like they break into the one place and they do some stuff, but it's not like they never say hoorah. They
Yeah.
never say hoorah in this film of titled Navy SEALs versus Demons.
Right.
Yeah. So,
All right. Go ahead. Tell us what you think.
tell us what I think.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, the only good thing is they finished, maybe. That's the only good thing I can say because it was a chore to watch this one. And if we're rating right now, I mean, maybe a 1. That's being nice, but like, you don't need to see this one.
No.
No.
All right. So for me,
Yeah.
I came in with an expectation.
Yeah.
I had an idea of tons of demons just running crazy, and like a big group of Navy SEALs.
Yes.
Like when you say Navy SEALs versus demons.
Yes.
You are putting a title that it's getting up high expectations of tons of shooting and just all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what we got were 3 guys, like you said, that didn't really do anything that resembled what Navy SEALs do.
Yeah.
They didn't play up the demon part at all. They weren't really wreaking havoc.
No.
And that was the thing, like one of the plot points was, man, this town it's got evil in it and it's overrun and the people, it's like, well, first of all, it's a town in the middle of nowhere. Like you could just leave if you live there. And second of all, it didn't really come across that bad.
No, it didn't.
It was,
Not at all.
and I mean, they were looking for virgins. It's like, all right, let's say we just get all the virgins out of town. How about that?
With the Navy SEALs being so smart and executing plans and stuff like that, that probably would have been the first thing they could have thought of doing.
Maybe so, yeah. Wait, it's like, so you're telling, like the priest tells them right up, like they're looking for virgins. It's like, okay, so let's get them out of town, and then we can take care of this a lot easier.
Yeah.
Is there anything good to say about it?
What would you rate it, Joe?
For me, it's a 1.
Yeah, I would say maybe a 1.
Yeah, I mean, only because we don't have a 0 category.
Yeah, that's...
I would not recommend it, and I would not ever want to see it again.
No. How did the Navy SEALs feel about this?
Yeah, can you imagine? You're like a Navy SEALs, and you're like, oh man, let's see this.
Yeah, it could be a fun movie.
Could be fun. And then they're just like, oh.
Yeah.
One thing I guess we should talk about is Lamar's ability to choose movies that we watch.
This is, and I'm gonna have to change it because the previous one was Trauma War, and I'm familiar with Trauma, and so when I saw Trauma War, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be like some wacky characters with some action to it.
Yeah.
That might be interesting. I did not know that there was going to be a very weird undertone. Well, all the undertones we're going to go through that film.
Yeah.
Of rape, racism,
Yep.
domestic violence,
Bigotry.
and bigotry,
Yeah.
and homophobia.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell that from the name or the title.
Yeah.
Navy SEAL versus Demons. I'm thinking, man, this is going to be some goofy, funny shit, and then it's just completely bland. So how do I change how I choose these movies, Joe?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Cause I'm going off of the name.
You read the descriptions?
I don't read the descriptions because I don't want it to, I don't want that to harshen my review.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. You know, with B movies, it is difficult because they do have awesome titles.
Yes.
And they often have really good cover art.
Yes, that's what gets me, Joe. That's what fucking gets me all the time. Is that damn cover art because Trauma War looked cool.
Yeah, it did.
Navy SEAL versus Demons looked kind of cool.
It had kind of almost a retro look to it on the cover.
Yes. Maybe it's this. Maybe I preface it like before the episode. This is a Lamar pick. And then we're going to have a counter of, okay, like maybe I have like okay, I have to redeem myself twice.
Yeah, okay.
I have to redeem. So this one, so I'm pretty much -2 right now. So I have to pick 2 more good movies to at least be back to, you know, I don't know what you would call that, like starting back at 0. So
Yeah.
yes,
We have movies that we're interested in reviewing,
yeah,
and we kind of just pick them together. Like, all right, you want to do that? Sure.
yeah.
And then every now and then, Lamar comes in and he's like, I found one. I think this one's gonna be real good. So,
It was called Navy SEALs versus Demons.
so we're at. He's at a -2.
I'm at a -2 for choosing movies.
So what happens like if you get way down there? Like, let's say you get down to like -10.
I'll say this: if I get down to -10, I'm not even choosing movies anymore. Obviously, I can't choose good B movies. Yeah. This is what I've learned, Joe.
Okay.
You cannot go off the box art.
No.
You cannot go, and you can't go off the title. So maybe I might do a little research.
A little bit of research.
A little bit of research about these films.
But in a way, you don't want to get turned. You want to go with your first instinct in a way.
True.
Because it could be badass.
Yes. It's like roulette, man.
Yeah.
Always bet on black. That's a Wesley Snipes reference.
Sure is.
Yes. So it's just a random thing. So everyone, I'm just going to keep on choosing random ass movies, but I will preface it with this is a Lamar pick.
It's a Lamar pick.
And right now I'm at -2 for choosing these films.
And we're going to have to come up with like a cool graphic.
We
when
do
it's
need a
Lamar
cool
pick.
graphic.
Like something.
Ding, ding, ding. Will he redeem himself?
Yeah.
But if it gets down to -10, I'm just going to be like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that'll be a good trailer. In
Yeah.
the world of B-movie picks.
One man.
One man always picks the shitty one.
Yes, I do. So,
All right, well, I guess there's not much else to say about this film, so
yes.
we're going to wrap this one up a little bit early.
Yeah, it's really... Because that's what I think that's like our new thing when a movie really sucks. We just talk about other random shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, Perfect Turd Podcast, episode number 15,
Yep.
Navy SEALs versus Demons. That's a wrap.
Yes.
Peace.
Deuces.